Seeing if, oh, hello, good morning. I am just starting recording and bringing Julie in. Good morning, my friend. Hello.
You're already recording.
I know, I was pressing all the buttons because remember, I forgot. I had to go in and then do it. So I was like, oh,
There
I've
you
got
go. Just do my nails. Can you see them?
yeah. Actually, I can see your face.
My face is puffy.
No, that's not what I was noticing. There's a shape
Really?
change here,
Oh,
even if
better.
maybe you're using a lot of makeup in the morning to contour your face,
Oh no,
right?
not yet.
No, we're not able. That's not in my skill set. It's
I
just no.
can't fathom taking the time to do that, frankly. To
Bless,
each their own.
bless all of those who can. I'm like, I can't. I watch videos. I'm like, that's amazing. No,
Well,
you just keep doing it. They're kids. One day I'll ask them to do it to me. That's what I'll do.
should go see Nikki at the Green Valley and get her to
Do
do her
that.
thing.
How are you feeling?
I
This was just like to quantify that question or qualify that question or both. Some people know. You're in the throes of your busiest season of selling the best quality tea.
I- yes, it's good. I did fall asleep at 7 p.m., but um no, it's good. I'm having the funniest thing, and I'm pretty sure it's because I'm detoxing.
Mm.
My joints are hurting, but my big joints, like my SIs and my hips and my shoulders, when I get up in the morning, I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I'm like, oh no, that's like 25 years of toxins stuck in my joint fluid that are coming out.
So I don't know what day it was when that realization took place. And I didn't think about it until you said it, that my joints were sore and I
Yeah.
couldn't figure out what was going on. Because I do like walking and sometimes hiking, not right. Well, a little bit with the kids. And I do exercising and yoga. But there was a point where my joints in the first 20 days or something where I was like, oh, what is going on? And going up and down the stairs was really weird, but I didn't think anything of it because it was a little bit normal to my body's response to over exercising. If I like were to go on a big,
Yeah.
I sometimes feel that way. But now that you mention it, I woke up, I don't know when, and I was like, there is something like drastically different now. And that's, I think, when I was telling you I'm feeling lighter in my joints. I don't know if there's this time where all of a sudden everything lifted in my joints. Like it felt light all of a sudden, and before it felt like stuck.
Okay.
Wondering
Well,
if it
I'm
was like a similar process because it was like strangely.
eagerly awaiting that then.
And now I'm at a point where, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have it at first. It's probably just been
Because
like between a 2 and 3 week point.
are you getting close to day 20? 2, 3, 14? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Possibly now.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I
mm.
wonder, oh, because time goes in such weird ways that I don't even I don't even know where in there. I think that's where tracking, like I did some tracking, I didn't do enough tracking. Mine's
Yeah.
reflective noticing.
I have been meaning to track, and I have your classroom open up in one of my tabs all the time. But as you said, it's just the time of year for me. So it's yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's what's happening because that's what happens when you start taking really, pardon me, really good quality vitamins. Also, you detox.
And a lot of people, I'm going to open up frequently asked questions today. So that's a good thing that we're talking about this because I couldn't find it before, like how to get the frequently asked questions into the Google Classroom, but I
Okay.
did, found it. So I'm like, okay, we're going to put that on. And I'm thankful that you're here. So I was like, how am I going to figure out if I'm actually sharing? Because you're my, like, yes, Melissa, it's working. I'm like, okay, so good.
Here.
But I have to
And then
be,
I'll go to work.
I am noticing that goal of trying to be like that energy, and that I don't feel low. Like I feel like I've released whatever that was
Oh,
that was
good.
holding me back. Remember that I said that's my goal.
Yeah.
I've got to bust out of whatever this is.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing it's helping me at work with clarity, solving problems and stuff like that at school. But sometimes I'm like, or am I just like, is it allowing me to be super like bossy? Like maybe that's a good thing. Using my voice a little bit more. But it's good. It's really good. So
Yes.
yeah, the mental clarity, and I think the other thing too is those pieces that would normally like hit me, shut me down, and would just like I'd hit like a block, like it could be emotional or like because of a situation, then hitting an emotional block and not being able to think through it and sort of getting stuck. I feel like I'm able to like work through that a lot faster and let go. Like it doesn't sit here
Mm.
where those things would have sat here before. I'm able to understand them more. Like the word is like, I'm able to meta them. Like really, I can step out of them and go, oh, that's probably what's going on. Let's give this space and solve it from that outside perspective rather than me getting my emotions caught in it. So my emotional regulation is higher, if that makes sense. I don't know.
It does.
Because
It
I
does.
have a job where I have to do that
Well, yeah.
day in, day out.
And you're, you know, a lot of your job is like putting out fires, which gets very depressing after a while and exhausting.
It's so funny, Julie. Even, I mean, at the end of yesterday, I was able to do it, but I came out of my like little room at the end of yesterday into the hallway, and I can remember someone walking by. Yep, you look like you've had a day, right? And like, thank you, because it was. But I think, I'm able to be present for it, and not feel like I'm overwhelmed by it, if that makes
Mhm.
sense. Where I think before, I don't know what I don't know if I would have been able to manage. I mean, I would have, but I don't think I'd come home and be able to take part in self-care, if that makes sense. I think I
Yeah,
would just come home and
like gone into your cave.
gone into my cave, and I, still have like, I'm still tired, but there's a different feeling of tired. It doesn't feel like I've exhausted myself completely. It feels like I'm okay, which is good.
That's yeah, it'll be a nice feeling when you don't feel like you're running on empty all the time.
I think that's it. I'm hoping that's getting there for you too. I'm hoping that you're starting to get that. I don't know.
I'm
See,
starting. I'm going and my pendulum is
yeah,
swinging, trying to find my middle. So I'm going from feeling really great and then um the short emotional outbursts, but they're less frequent and really short.
that is it. That's it. Yep. Like, well, that was nice. We let that steam off. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
In like really to qualify that one the most seriously, your busiest time of year. So thank you for your time this morning, because it is. And
All good. I'm gonna have tea with you and do this and then go to work. And
I'm going to see you later because I have to come
you
down.
don't have to come in. I can grab something.
Okay. Well, I'll phone you. I do have, no, I should probably get out of the house.
You should probably come see all the cute things I unpacked,
I
is what you
should
should do.
probably come down there and shop. for any of you in the meta universe out here, go look at tea berries.
Your mom refrained from shopping yesterday, so she doesn't even know all the cute things are there because she was rushing.
Did she get tea yesterday?
She did.
Perfect. I'm gonna go find it. Okay, I'm sharing the screen. Where? Oh, where? See, now this is what's doing this again. I think I have to open it up because it's just showing me when I look at this, it's just showing things that, oh, okay, I cannot minimize Zoom while I'm in it, but maybe I can go here. So what's happening sometimes is when I get into the screens, it doesn't always share. There it is. I got you. I got you now. Okay. Let's see. Hopefully it'll talk now. Share screen. There it is. Does some weird things. Okay. Can you see the Google Classroom? Oh, there's a new feature.
Yes, I can.
It just showed me what I can see now. This is new, or this has always been here and I didn't know. Perfect. Okay.
It's new to you. It's okay.
New to me, and it's fantastic. So we have a larger group coming in right now that are starting to get their products. And what I'm doing is they're asking some awesome questions that I'm thankfully like, those are in the classroom. Go. And they're like, oh, okay, I'll go there. Because I'll get the text messages. And Julie, this will be you soon. You'll get some text messages. What do I do? What do I do? The redirection you want to do is go to the Google Classroom. And if you don't see it, one, the start here is teaching people how to eat, because I'll show you where it says it explicitly in the MetaPWR share out that really learning how to eat is a foundation. What did MetaPWR products do? This is where you were like, this is so cool that this is here. So you've got different levels of, if you want to get into it, to learning more. And I think, tell me if you see this. Did you see the screen change? Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. So today we'll talk a little bit about MetaPWR Assist. So this is in the Google Classroom. There's different ways to find it. But MetaPWR Assist is the little one with the little capsules in them, and they're like this little brown capsules. Cinnamon, look at, where's the camera? There, just these little brown ones. They are a gut primer for your largest carbohydrate consumption of the day. Some people, if they're looking to really get themselves off sugar and off boxed food, I guess you could say, and the cravings that come with eating sugar and boxed food or processed food, is these ones help that process because of what's in them. Mulberry leaf, and again, I love that it says that this is just a preclinical study. So mulberry leaf contains, and you know what? I haven't pronounced this,
Deoxynitromycin.
Yeah. And yeah, I just always say mulberry leaf. Don't give it, even though I'm a sciencey person, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be sciencey peopling out of things. But what it does is it helps create that mesh in the gut, similar to what vegetables do. When you get enough vegetables in there, that mesh in the gut to slow down the post-meal glucose levels and the spikes in your body, because it's reducing the absorption of carbohydrates and sugar. And what happens when we start to reduce the carbohydrates and sugar, I'm not saying eliminate, but I'm saying reduce what's coming into our body responds at a metabolic level by being able to metabolize in a healthy way, like optimal metabolism, or they say healthy, contribute to healthy fat metabolism. Sugar disrupts that. Sugar wreaks havoc. So this is reducing the amount of sugar that's getting into our bloodstream and into our cells. It also then is that positive feedback in the sense that because I'm reducing the sugar that's getting into my body is naturally able to regulate itself and not ask for more sugar and not emotionally need Starburst Skittles.
Yeah, I have noticed that for sure. For sure. Less cravings for sugar, especially after a like emotional episode, which is what used to happen to me.
Aware of it, right?
And also less cravings for caffeine.
Yeah. Yeah, you and I were talking about that. That was early on for me. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
not drinking the same amount of tea, but that's still okay. So, and it's important to know that doTERRA is a very health conscious organization and holistically health conscious. So, not just like greenwashing. Sorry, I don't mean to say, but I have to say it that way because they're not greenwashing. This is like their core belief is that we've got to make sure we're reducing GMOs, dairy, soy, gluten, preservatives, artificial sweeteners, or flavors. Like they're like, you can't do that because that's what's leading to a lot of the health issues that we have. Pricing wise here, this is US. So everything we get has to be out of the US right now. We're probably waiting on a year before it comes to Canada. The only thing that I am always like, out of the US means I have to plan my shipping a little differently. It's going to take a little longer to get here when I'm going to get my collagen. I got another one of these ones after 30 days as well. I'm not taking these ones as much now after the 30, but I'll still take them, especially when I'm like, if I'm going to eat out somewhere where I don't know, I know I'm not going to be eating gluten, but processed gluten still creates processed non-gluten, like a rice or potato or all of those things will still create a glucose spike. So I take it when I'm out and unaware of what foods I'm going to be eating. The primary benefits, may help release glucose more slowly and steadily, which can lead to lower post-meal glucose spikes, postprandial. This is the same sort of related to the other one, may reduce the absorption of simple carbohydrates and sugars, may support a healthy metabolic profile, healthy fat metabolism, because these are all the things that are related to reducing glucose spikes. And the mulberry leaf, the DNJ, that is what's doing the work. MetaPWR, the blend. Whoa, we jumped around there. MetaPWR, the blend has the grapefruit, the lemon, the peppermint, the ginger, the cinnamon, and then mulberry leaf. So in the right proportions is what they're noticing. So they figured out how to get the proportions of this so that our bodies are responding. And like most bodies, well, I haven't seen too many, like, I don't think I've seen anything negative in the like in this sort of communication of testimonials. The only thing is like, what are some of the detox side effects? But everyone, I'm just noticing there's gains.
Yeah.
I don't like everyone saying there's absolute gains.
I did see one say about headaches, but that's again a natural, I'm detoxing my body response is to get headaches for a while. So it's actually a good thing.
I know. Well, and for me, I was, even though I'd like started to take the other supports like lifelong vitality and having other products of supports in there, because of, and yeah, I think because of the emotions and managing work tension, I would still get my tension headaches related to that. Get my chiropractor and get my massage for self-care, it would still be there. Way less now. And that to me is like super win.
Yeah, I'm getting much less tension headaches also. Yeah.
I'm not going to watch the video right now, but we do want to know the uses of the assist. So you're going to take one capsule daily with at least 8 ounces of water, 15 to 30 minutes before your largest meal. So the important thing here is knowing it behaves similarly to apple cider vinegar. So a lot of people are taking, and I do as well, take apple cider vinegar sometimes in the morning or sometimes at lunch, just hit or miss, because it does have that slowing down glucose spike effect. But now that I'm talking about apple cider vinegar, I can already feel my gag reflex going. So it's much better. But I want to get us into the frequently asked questions. I think there might be one more thing. That's the kit, price of the entire kit. But down here, and there's the other products in the kit. Just the 3-step system. Step number 1, eating a well-balanced whole food diet. So that's where we're trying to direct ourselves towards with the system, is making sure that we are training our bodies to go in that direction. And I'm noticing for me that is much easier now. And the assist is with our largest meal of the day for optimal energy. I like that they put out optimal energy, but truthfully, it's optimal metabolic function, because it's reducing the glucose spikes. And the advantage, which we talked about last week, is the collagen with the NMN, which is leading to a lot of health gains for many people within the system as well. Oh, Julie, is there anything about that?
Any questions, you mean?
Do you have any questions regarding it, or does it make sense, like that sort of, do you feel comfortable seeing those 3 steps now and sort of going, yeah, that makes sense?
I do, yeah. I will say I did see Kelly's comment about how she wasn't taking the soft gels because she was taking the oil in her water bottle, and that's exactly what I've been doing. So now I'm wondering, I need to start with the soft gels as well as everything else.
So that's in that step 1 routine. I will take the soft gels and one in the morning and sometimes one at night with water. And it is supporting a balanced gut health for me, because I wasn't initially. I was like, I'm just going to do the advantage and the assist and maybe a little bit of oil. But yeah.
Good to know. Yeah. I will say, I think everybody will have different sensitivities, but I can't take, if I take the assist too late or the collagen too late in the day, I don't sleep.
That's right. Yes. Oh, did you do it with assist too, and you found that?
Even assist with dinner, like if I was having a later dinner, I did find it a bit, yeah.
Okay.
But that, I mean, that could just be my body, right?
Well, I'm noticing that I'm eating earlier and I'm done eating at like 7. So I would agree with you there. So maybe the assist is like if you're having carbs at lunch. The advantage, definitely for me, I haven't risked taking it later in the day at all. I will only take the collagen in the morning, because when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, no.
I had it, I think 3 p.m. and then I was like, oh, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
But I am back to taking it first thing though.
Good. Cool. Okay. And last but not least, the last thing is let's see if this will close up. There we go. Frequently asked questions. So this is pretty interesting because there's a lot. So I've put this in the classroom. This is sort of what you and I were talking about. The MetaPWR system is more than a blend. It's more than a collagen supplement. More than
it's meant to work together.
The products were created and designed to use in conjunction with each other. You will see better results and have greater success if you use all of it together and not just one of them. They don't do all the same thing. Each offers unique and specific benefits, and they magnify the effectiveness of each other. This is what I'm understanding more of, like, as I'm heading towards day 60. I'm like, okay. I don't think I'm, using as much of the other ones. Like I don't use an entire system in 30 days still, but I am balancing more. This is good to know. Lifelong Vitality MetaPWR system. I do trust companies that have put time and energy into researching high quality supplements. and there's more than one out there. However, I know that LLV works for me the best out of anything else that I've tried. And I've tried so many different ones because of celiac and my inflammation. So that's where I do take that.
And just in case, if somebody watching is brand new, the LLV is the basic vitamins, antioxidants, minerals, healthy package.
It is. It is. It has helped me with my allergies so much because I'm just like I was a walking sniffle case in the spring. And we can talk about that probably in February, getting into that for people that have allergies. This one I was, interesting. Can kids and teenagers use MetaPWR? Kids' metabolic health is largely under the influence of parents. Focusing on the other four metabolic pillars of health, daily, like eating healthy, daily moving, stress management, and health connections. Oh, healthy. It should be healthy connections. So that's relationship. I'm like health.
Yeah.
Healthy connections in the younger years are the benefit. As teenagers start to have poor diets, it may be beneficial for them to use these supplements. So
Yeah.
I do know some people that their teenagers around 15 are using MetaPWR because those stinkers, and I'm tell you, I see it, they're drinking Monsters. Like the parents don't know this. And I don't have time to phone all the parents that have their children that go to the store and buy a caffeinated sugar drink every morning and send their bodies into a glucose spike, which sends them into complete emotional dysregulation. This is every morning. And
then they crash and they're useless the rest of the day at school.
And I'm like, I'm going to work with a team to start bringing this into more explicit education. But I'm going to tell you, teenagers do not like listening to adults. So we have to be very crafty. But this is happening. I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you.
Well, I wish they would make it like you have to be 19 to like cigarettes.
There was supposed to be a 16 before COVID because I was looking into this.
Yeah.
To take a deep breath on that one.
The girl at the corner store is not going to check IDs for 16 for Monster Energy.
No, and I'm watching, like I watched a kid shotgun one the other day, and I'm like,
see, I have these moms come into my store and complain that their teenagers are drinking all their tea, and I very politely say you should be thrilled that they're drinking your tea and not Red Bull or whatever else is going on.
Monsters, yeah, or the giant peach teas. They're giant wherever, they're giant peach teas, and you look at the sugar content. I have been able to talk to some of my students one-on-one, the ones that I have good relationships with, and we've talked through this. Some of them are making the lifestyle change because they understand it, but some of them are just like,
yeah,
game. So this, of course, has some of the pieces. I'm going to get back to this because that's a whole other round. And I can feel that's where I need to emotionally self-regulate because I'm like, this is talking a lot. So the people that are wanting to get into the information, huge benefits. It's, yeah, huge of the benefits all through here in the frequently asked questions. There we go. So I don't know how, let me just get out of that. Stop share, and you and I are here. So that's the long and the short of it.
I do love how doTERRA has done so much work and spent so much time putting it on their website for us to have incredible learning resources.
Yeah, there's, it just to each their own and how they want to learn. But they really believe in it. They believe in being a part of transforming health and the work that they do outside of products, I guess you could say, like where they take their money and they're putting it. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Research. So I'm getting excited because tomorrow we're doing our little dirt yourself oily. A few of my
I know.
really oily things. And I'm wondering, I think maybe our next, thank you, Zoom, for telling me my meeting's going to end. I think our next week, I want to talk about maybe specifically the food hacks, and we getting into some food suggestions for ourselves. I've had some people contact me asking me why they have to eat vegetables in the morning. I love those questions. And what can we do to support that? Because a lot of people have smoothies in the morning for ease. So I want to, what can we do instead of smoothies as we're on this system? Because I feel for people, because they're like, I'm just trying to make my life easier, and I'm in a routine of having these healthy smoothies in the morning. And I'm like,
which compared to a lot of stuff, smoothies are healthy, but they're usually spiking because they're so full of fruit. Yeah.
Or sugar alternatives that actually still spike our insulin levels. And and also not having, like, well, I add fiber, like I add a thing of fiber. I'm like, I know, but vegetables, like, they actually talk to our gut differently than powdered fiber.
Oh, what if you put kale in your smoothie?
I think that would be good, but when we blend stuff,
The order of it's going in is,
there's order that's
we're wrecking it.
Also, our gut is designed to break things down. And when we blend it, we're always blending it. We're not optimizing our gut. So a lot of our gut health can be related to our smoothie addiction because it's not making our gut do its job.
Oh, interesting. It's like with dairy. Did you know that? That's why we can't have people that are sensitive to
Tell me more. What?
regular. Oh, yes. You're sensitive to regular, like cow's milk, regular 2% milk or whatever. And we all develop a sensitivity. Like, we're the only mammals who drink milk is from another creature as an adult. It's because when they process it and homogenize it and do all that stuff, they break down the protein molecules so small that your body doesn't recognize them as bad, and they get into your system. Whereas if you drank raw cow's milk, the casein protein molecules would be big enough for your body to go, oh, that's the part we don't want. Get rid of that because it's going to upset us, and we'll take this vitamin, calcium, and whatever else out of it.
Yeah.
So your body knows what to do. But when we break everything down, like you just said for smoothies, it goes in and it's not supposed to go in. Yeah.
This is biochemistry. It's Julie, thank you. Because you know what, that is something I didn't know, that biochemistry part of it, but I understood, like, milk. Everyone's like, well, that's my calcium. I'm like, it's not.
There's way more calcium other places. And that's Mitchell's problem. He's not lactose intolerant. It's the casein, the protein molecules that he reacts to and has even since he was little. So buying a lactose-free milk does nothing.
No,
really.
It's all processed. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, I love
Going
this.
back to, what your great-grandparents would eat and recognize as food.
Yes, I would love there to be a book, How My Ancestors Ate, and I Shall Now Eat This Way Too. I'm like, oh, please, because we have to start. My big thing is, because of our industrialized system and I call it colonized way of eating, is we're losing all of the ancestral ways, like everyone from around the world, because we're westernizing so much, we're losing our ancestral ways, and those ancestral ways are keys to gut health.
Yep. So we evolved with those ways. It's like when they dropped Coke off in Africa. It's a totally different place now.
And we're seeing, that's, again, we want to talk about type 2 diabetes and the monster that is creating it. People hopefully will start discovering this on their own as they ask those questions.
Well, and I like Dr. Hyman mentioned, he thinks there should be a type 3 diabetes.
Where it's that? Yeah, I didn't see that one, but I know exactly.
Yeah. Like, we're all like so predisposed with all this spiking. He's like, basically, you're all type 3.
100%.
Yeah.
That's why we have all these things happening in our body. That's type 3, would make sense. It's type 3 diabetes, or it's like glucose spikes. We're just
What
sitting.
I'm curious to, on a total side note of science geekiness, I'm curious to correlate all this stuff we're talking about with the blue zones.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I had that the other day. I'm like, I remember years ago at work, we were looking at the blue zones as one of our little inquiries into health.
Mm.
And that came back into my mind. I'm like, see, how do you eat in the blue zones? It's whole food, right? Like it is, yeah.
Good fats,
Mm-hmm.
vegetables.
Mm-hmm. Fish, like for the people that are in the blue zones with fish.
Yeah.
So important. And all of those things, they all like all of that connection, that health connection. And the blue zones, for people that don't know, the blue zones are the longevity, the places where people live to be the longest, with not just lifespan, like living the longest, but with health span,
Yeah.
as in aging and being younger while they age, if that makes sense. Like
your 90-year-old grandma still hikes herself to the grocery store and carries her bags back, and
yeah, they have the lowest
little
amount of,
town in Italy or somewhere.
yeah. What is it? Osaka? Is it Osaka, Japan?
Japan,
There's
Italy.
one in Italy. I have to go look. I know
I
those
think
two.
there's 7 or 11. I can't remember. There's a few.
I want to go look at the blue zones again.
Mhm.
And then you start eating. What are people eating in those blue zones? They're not eating boxed,
No,
processed food.
no, and they're making their own pasta from scratch and all that kind of stuff.
And a lot of people are like, well, that's so much work. I'm like, no, we've been told that by a system and we bought into it.
We just need to switch to the 4-day work week. Then we have a pasta making day.
Right? We do. We are definitely working ourselves into this mess. We
Yeah.
have to unwork our way out.
Yeah.
All right, my dear. Well, I'm going to go upstairs and have a savory breakfast this
Look at
morning.
you. Okay.
And I will come and see you hopefully in a little bit, or I'll email you or text you in a little bit.
Yeah. Text me if you're not coming.
Okay. Have a great
Okay. See you later. Bye.